right, Shalom.
All right, shalom.
Hey, we the brothers from the Great Millstone Atlanta camp. We're going to get into a quick lesson based off of resisting temptation. But first and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Also, double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught us His truth. Peace and safety to the elect of Israel that consists of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. So basically, in these last days, Satan is going to tempt you. This devil is going to tempt you. You got to avoid that. You got to disregard all of these things that may be enticing to the flesh. That may be that will cause you to basically become addicted to certain things. Money, women, different devices, things that could basically suck you in and that could become an addiction. You have to resist all of that because it's just temptation in this world right now is full of wickedness. But without further ado, I want to get a precept in the book of Ecclesiastes or Sirach.
All right, chapter 2.
Chapter 2, from the top.
All right, this is Sirach chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Right, so like that. We have to also prepare for what's to come because the scriptures are telling us that it's going to come. The scriptures are telling us that this devil is going to tempt us. The Lord has already written that certain things are going to come that's going to throw us off, especially brothers in the truth. We're going to get tempted first. But go ahead and continue up.
All right, verse 2. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure and make not haste in time of trouble.
Hey, constantly endure. People may come to you with different opportunities. I was recently tempted of an opportunity, that could have made me a good amount of money, but it would have got away in the way of this truth. It would have took me further away from Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. So I had to resist it. I had to say, nah, I can't do that because, my main priority is this truth.
And we come into that time where we come into that time of our temptation, but basically, Satan is looking to tempt us every day, whether it be being in the flesh, opportunities to make money, women, things of that nature, man. So we got to be fully aware of what's going on around in our surroundings, especially this time of year, man. Because from October the 13th to the 30th is a preparation for Samhain, what people call Halloween. So there's a lot of demons that's floating around this atmosphere out here that can easily get you caught up, and you got to be spiritually prepared, So I got something right quick. This is this that you were just saying about money. This is Matthew 6:24. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve the Most High and Mammon. And especially the city that we live in, there's an opportunity to make money because, it's a so-called black city. You can make a whole bunch of money. You can, we see people at camp, Jake, Jake is still in captivity, man. They drive around in Maybachs and Ferraris and Bentleys, man. So it's a lot of opportunity to make, there's a lot of opportunity to make money out here. So you got to be aware that the scriptures say money's the fence. There's nothing wrong with having money, but the scriptures talk about the love of money. Getting caught up and all of a sudden, you're missing camp. You're missing doing lessons with brothers. You're missing the fellowship with brothers. So you gotta be aware of that temptation of making money, man. Because it's prevalent out here in Babylon.
And if you're just making enough, to live, to get by, to pay your bills, ain't nothing wrong with that. Just don't get sucked into, basically just living for that. Right now we living for salvation. We living for Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You know, we're looking for the kingdom. So we need to keep our focus on, you know, the promises and not what you see, you know, what you see in the flesh. But what you got?
I got something. This is a Sirach 31:1. Watching for riches consumeth the flesh, and care thereof driveth away sleep. Alright, watching care will not let a man slumber, as a sore disease breaketh sleep. Verse 3, the rich have gathered great labor in gathering riches together, and when he resteth, he is filled with his delicacies. So basically, you know, those people who try to get rich, you know, there's nothing wrong with having a business and making your money for yourself. If you can ease yourself of this captivity, if you can ease yourself a little bit in this captivity, by all means. But like I said, watching for riches consumeth the flesh. You get tired, you know, you get bogged down in the spirit. All of a sudden, you're on this money chase. You don't take care of your health. All of a sudden, you're eating fast food. You know, you get caught up in the cares of money. You paying attention what a woman tells you, because when you get money, man, you can do anything, man. You can basically buy a woman, man. You know, so you gotta watch that temptation of making money, and you gotta watch what money can do, man. Because you see that happening with these rappers, man. These women, they flock to these rappers, they flock to these entertainers because they got the bag, man. So you gotta watch for chasing the bag, man, because there's many opportunities out here where Satan gets you caught up.
If I can just add, man, just yesterday I was having a conversation with my family, going off of, you know, going into how it was back in the 80s, because, you know, we had you know, we had the neighborhood, we had that one house in the neighborhood where it was, you can always go there and you can eat, you know, it was always a party or something going on, you get something to drink, and you basically just go have a good time, and everybody was like on the same level, you know, everybody, when nobody rich, when nobody really poor like that, but you know, we was all on the same level and just trying to have a good time. But now, you know, Jake done got caught up into trying to stunt, you know, trying to stunt on the next man.
Yeah.
You know, trying to have it all, trying to get the most women. But it's not about that. You know, back then it wasn't about that. But now that's all you see. But you continue up.
I got another one. This is Luke chapter 21, verse 34. And take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life, and so the day come upon you unawares.
Hey, you gonna get so caught up, you know, you gonna be right at that point where you done did all this work, and you about to get that $250,000 or that $500,000, whatever you chasing.
Yeah.
You know, that bag that you chasing, and hey, right then it's gonna be the end, and you gonna be like, damn, you know, I done did all of this, and now it's over, man.
Yeah.
I'd rather go back to, you basically, you know, everything gonna be over soon. So why try and be successful? You know, not saying be successful as far as you know, just living, but I'm talking about like trying to be rich and be wealthy and all of that.
That's right. And that definition of surfeiting is basically an excessive amount of things, and that's what we see here in Babylon. You gotta have the biggest car, you gotta have the biggest house, you gotta have the biggest rims, you gotta have the baddest bitch, you gotta have the nicest clothes, and that's what Jake is caught up into. Meanwhile, around the world, there's all types of chaos and sedition going on, but Jake is still in this mindset of surfing and getting the biggest and baddest of everything when they're in slavery, man. You know, how you gonna live to the fullest and you're still a slave, man? It doesn't matter what your tax bracket is, you're still a slave. So at the end of the day, we have to watch out, because this world is trying to come upon us, man. All right, like the scripture says in 1 Peter 5:8. If we can get that.
Yeah, I got it right here. I was just
spirit,
about to pull it. That's the
yeah.
spirit. Yeah, this is 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8. It says, "Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, is a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour." Verse 9, "Whom resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world." So, hey, the same stuff is going on, you know, with these people that's in the world. But hey, we gotta stay vigilant. You know, we gotta keep in this truth. You know, if you in this truth, and you stuck in this truth, and as soon as you fall out and go back into the world, hey, you might get, devil might give you a little something, you know, but hey, that's gonna be your destruction. That's gonna be your destruction right there, because you let this temptation take you out of it.
That's right.
And once you really read about what's about to happen, read about how this world really is, and read what's to come, learn these prophecies, and then you read about the kingdom. All this stuff in this world is nonsense. I'd rather have the kingdom any day, man.
Yeah. The Apostle Paul said he counted all things dung for Yahushua's sake, basically, man. So everything that we see, we gotta take care of what we gotta take care of. Like I said, if you can lessen up your affliction here, if you can, have a business where it doesn't interfere with this truth, by all means do it, man. We're not saying don't do anything, you know what I'm saying? But that temptation to just, I gotta be a millionaire in the next 5 years. That we don't know if we got 5 years, man. Lord willing, we got out here soon, man. But you gotta watch out for these things. There's nothing wrong with having a woman. There's nothing wrong with having a nice house, a nice car. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta watch out for these things. I got the definition of vigilant in 1 Peter 5:8. I'm gonna let Esau pronounce it. I got it on the speaker, so it might be a little loud. All right.
Strong's G 1127. Gregareo.
Gegareo, which is G1127, which means to watch, is a metaphor to give strict attention to be cautious and active.
Basically watching your back,
Yeah.
looking over your shoulder.
Right, yeah. Yeah, you're right. It says to take heed lest thou remission and indolence some destructive calamity suddenly overtake you. Man, that's deep, man.
Yeah, that's real deep. That's the temptation.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen. It's gonna overtake you. You're gonna miss out on, man. I really hate if I've been in this truth, and all of a sudden I fall out, and my destruction come, and I already know what's to happen. I already know what the reward is, but I lost it based off of some bullshit money, or basically something, my dream home or my car or something like that. Man, that's ignorance, man. If you read about the kingdom and you want the kingdom, this all you gotta do is just focus on this word.
Yeah.
Stay out of this world. Stay into this truth. But hey, if you, I was talking to this one Jake. I'm like, hey man, don't you ever read about the kingdom and the things that's what's gonna happen to this place? And he was like, man, all I want is this house right here. That's it.
Because Jake sees the tangible evidence. Jake doesn't have faith, man. The problem with Jake is they're not spiritual. No matter how many times they say they're conscious and they're woke, they don't have faith, man, because they see the tangible. They see the money. They see what's in front of you, And then Jake is really covetous, man. They see the next man living in a big house. All of a sudden, they want to rob, steal, and kill for that house. Or they want to take what the next man has. They want to take the next man's woman. And that's one of the commandments, one of the 10 commandments. Don't be covetous of your neighbor. All right, in Exodus chapter 20. So that leads to breaking of the commandments, man. And the commandments are still here, man. As long as you see heaven and earth, man, the commandments are still here, man. The law is still here. So Jake will break all the 10 commandments and all the other laws to get to where he needs to get. And he's falling away of Esau, man,
Hey, if I could just add, man, personally, I know somebody that's always been into wanting all the things of the world and wanting to live above everybody else. And they almost got there. They got close. They got some real nice things, but now, that cancer done took over. And you might not see it that long.
Yeah.
Hey, that's the judgment of the Lord, man.
Yeah. I got something right quick, man. This is James chapter 1, verse 13. Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of the Most High. For the Most High cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempteth he any man. Verse 14, but every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. Verse 15, and when lust hath conceived, it bringeth forth sin, and sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death. So it's a pattern, man. You know, if you lust, it brings the sin, and then sin brings forth death, man. You know, so you, like we talking about money, or trying to chase a woman, you know, some of that nature that's out here, something out here that's in the world, trying to chase that lifestyle, you know, it's gonna bring forth sin, and then sin bring forth death, man. You're gonna pierce yourself with many arrows, like it says in 1 Timothy 6, for the love of money, because basically that's what Jake wants to do, man. All right, Jake, you got Jake on the lower level, all right, that's making $12 to $15 to $20 an hour, talking about I love money. You hear that all the time at work. Jake always talking about I love money. Man, it's paper, man. And then that lets you know that Jake is gonna take the chip, man, because they trust in the society, man. They trust in the shadow of Egypt, like it mentions in Isaiah the 30th chapter, man. So they trust in this world and the goodies that can give them, man. And Jake will continue to do evil and wickedness, man. Just how you see how you got these athletes and entertainers who do homosexual acts just to get the bag, man. You know.
Man, that's sick. You got something else on that?
No, I'm good.
Okay, I just want to get this Matthew 4 real quick. It says, this is Matthew 4, and I'm going to start from the top. It says, when then was Yahushua led up of the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterwards and hungered. And when the tempter came to him, he said, if thou be the Son of power, command that these stones be made bread. But he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of Yahweh. Verse 5, then the devil taketh him up into the holy city, and setteth him on the pinnacle of the temple, and said unto him, if thou be the Son of power, cast thyself down, for it is written, he shall give his angels charge concerning thee, and in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou dash thy foot against a stone. So this devil is just sitting there talking shit. Yeah. If you the son of the living power, hey, do this. Turn you hungry. Go ahead and turn this stone into bread. Go ahead and cast yourself down, jump off a cliff. If basically just talking shit, man. But I'm gonna continue. It says, verse 7, Yahushua said unto him, it is written again, thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy power. Again, the devil taking him up into an exceeding high mountain, and showed him all the kingdoms of the world, and the glory of them, and said unto him, all these things will I give thee, if thou wouldst fall down and worship me. Then said Yahushua unto him, get thee hence, Satan, for it is written, thou shalt worship the Lord thy power, and him only shalt thou serve.
And that's what's happening with our people nowadays, man, because the physical manifestation on the earth, Satan, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, gives this to Jake, and it's the lower level. Jake could bend over and do sexual acts or blow another man's ride for some Federal Reserve notes and some Hollywood fame, man. So we've all been tempted. The only thing is, these other people, they're already under Satan. Satan already got 2/3 of our people. Satan is coming after us, man. And they can't. The scriptures say the servant is not greater than the master. So Satan is looking to come at us every day, man. Every day with these temptations. Like I said, women, money, cars, clothes, hoes, fame, fortune. We don't want none of that, man, because we all know that it's void. We all know being famous, we already know what that includes, being a homosexual.
Yep.
So Jake has already tempted. Jake has already felt susceptible to the temptations, man. You know, so Satan's last moment, you know, because he has a short period of time to rule, he's going after the election, man.
He's gonna take as many souls as he can with him.
Yeah, he's trying to take. He already, like I said, he already got 2/3, man. He's looking to come after the election, man. Like he came after Job, man. We're gonna be tempted, all right, and Satan is looking to try us, man. But so that's why the scriptures say things are written aforetime for our learning, man, because we know that this is gonna come at us when we're in the truth, man. All types of demons and ghouls and goblins and all types of temptation out there is coming, man. So we got the scriptures as a plan to get away from this temptation. Yes, more than
It says, then the devil leaveth him, and behold, angels came and ministered unto him. And that's pretty much the topic right there.
I got something. This is James 4:7. Submit yourselves therefore to the Most High. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you.
That's right.
We gotta what was it, verse 8? Draw nigh to the Most High, and he will draw nigh to you. Cleanse your hands, you sinners, and purify your hearts, you double-minded. So basically, hey man, we gotta resist the devil, man. Whether it's these many manifold temptations that we come into, you know, being in His truth, you know, even being tempted with pride, because you can think that you're on some type of level in this truth. It's not just money, cars, clothes, and hoes. It's also a temptation of just, you know that knowledge, man. Because the scriptures say knowledge puffeth up. Thinking you know a lot, thinking you know more than the next brother, or you on some level over a brother, man. That's not what it's about, man. It's about enduring, man, and salvation at the end of the day, man. Because you can get caught up in that temptation as well, thinking that, and it's happening, man. It's happened to the guy in Dallas named Element. You know, here it was, he was laboring, he was with the apostles and elders, but he thought that he was on some level. He thought he was better than the apostles and elders. That's what you see happening with these fallouts, man. They think they're better than the apostles and elders. They think they're better than their teachers, and all of a sudden they just start bugging out. Then they start having these wayward doctrines, man. So that's also a temptation, man. So you gotta stay humble with what you learn, man. You know, you gotta stay humble as you go up in knowledge, man. You can't be on a level to where you think that you're on a level with Yahweh Shai. That's what these guys think they are, man.
You got anything else you want to add?
No.
I wanna get one more precept, and then we can close it up. But this is Revelations chapter 3, verse 10. It says, "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth." So, hey, that's telling you right now, you know, this devil is going to come with some serious temptation. And the number one thing is going to come with, that's going to really mess all people up, that's going to kick you out of getting the kingdom, is the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. You know, the RFID chip is the mark of the beast. I mean, it's nowhere around it.
Yeah.
You know, for you people out there that so-called, you know, in the truth, that's saying that it's something else.